In this video, I will provide a comprehensive buyer's guide to the W212 E63 AMG, which was available between 2010 and 2016. I will go over the history of the E63, the changes by model year, some of the options, and what to look out for when buying one, mostly focusing on the North American market. So why buy an E63? The E63 is a mid-size Mercedes that combines luxury and high performance, and they present an excellent value in the used market, as these cars are now between 5 and 10 years old at the time of this video. The W212 AMG cars followed the very successful W211 AMGs, which are cars that made AMG a very popular brand for their class-leading engines. For the W212, AMG focused on a more dynamic driving experience. The W212 E63 was unveiled in April of 2009 after extensive testing of prototype cars in 2008. The E63 was initially offered as a sedan and a wagon version. The E63 carried over a virtually unchanged hand-built M156 6.2-liter V8 engine from the previous model. Power was up by 11 horsepower to 518 horsepower, and torque remained at 465 pound-feet. The engine revved up to 7,200 RPM and produced a great exhaust note. It was a quick car with 0 to 60 times in the low 4 seconds and quarter-mile times in the mid 12-second range. The E63 received a 7-speed MCT transmission. This transmission dispenses with a traditional torque converter and uses a compact wet startup clutch. This transmission helped the E63 shift faster than the older model, as well as have better fuel consumption. The W212 E63, relative to its predecessors, had a total front suspension overhaul. The E63 actually has stiff coil springs in the front and air suspension in the rear. The AMG Ride Control Sport Suspension has electronically adjustable damping at the push of a button. The front track of the E63 takes all of the highly sophisticated suspension developments from the C63 AMG. The steering system has a ratio of 14:1 and was designed for better precision. All of these changes led to a more dynamic driving experience compared to the car's predecessors. The E63 had large 6-piston front brakes with 14.2-inch rotors and 4-piston brakes in the back. Aesthetically, the W212 has a very muscular look, with the distinctive curves over the rear quarters. The car was further enhanced by the subtle but effective touches such as tinted headlights and quad exhaust outlets. To start, we'll discuss the differences between the model years of the E63. Generally, the newer cars are better, but there are some trade-offs. 2010 was the launch year for the W212 E63, and AMG offered a performance package upon the car's release. The P30 performance package received a limited slip differential, AMG Sport suspension, a 3-spoke Alcantara steering wheel, a raised 186 mph top speed, and forged 19-inch twin 5-spoke alloy wheels. For 2011, an Alcantara headliner was added to the car instead of a cloth headliner, and a few changes were made to the dashboard. Announced in April 2011 for the 2012 model year, the E63 had its engine changed over to the M157, which is a 5.5-liter bi-turbo V8 engine. The standard version was rated at 518 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque. The performance package turned up the boost on the M157 to up with 550 horsepower and 590 pound-feet of torque. The MCT transmission was also recalibrated for this new engine. Also, the hydraulic power steering became electrically powered for 2012. Average fuel economy was now claimed to be improved by 5 miles per gallon with this new engine over the outgoing 2011 model. The interior was also updated for 2012 with a new steering wheel, center console, and gauge cluster. The standard 18-inch wheels were changed from 5 to 10 spoke wheels for 2012. Another major change for 2012 was that the S212 wagon became available in North America. For 2012 performance package cars, the brake calipers were now painted red. Another thing that the 2012 performance pack cars got was a carbon fiber engine cover. Also, the limited slip differential became a standalone option rather than part of the P30 package for 2012. For 2013, AMG split the intercooler off the main radiator system for better cooling. Announced in mid-2013 for the 2014 model year, the exterior of the W212 received a major facelift with a new front bumper, grille, headlights, taillights, exhaust, as well as new wheel designs. The side panels of the car were changed to a more flat and uniform shape, eliminating those aggressive creases over the rear wheels on the pre-facelift model. The standard E63 now had 550 horsepower, and the performance package was discontinued in favor of an S model with 577 horsepower and 590 pound-feet of torque. In North America, all wagons 2014 plus were S models. With the S model, the limited slip rear differential was standard. The E63 became four-wheel drive with a 3367 front-rear torque split for all models in North America, while other markets could still order a rear-wheel drive E63. Thus, with the changes for 2014, according to Motor Trend magazine, 0 to 60 times dropped to 3.4 seconds for the E63S, and quarter-mile times dropped to 11.6 at 122 miles an hour, despite the car weighing 4,500 pounds. Motor Trend even found that AMG was underrating the power output of their engine, as tests showed 540 all-wheel horsepower on the dyno, therefore well over 600 at the crank. The steering and suspension system were revised for 2014 for better driving dynamics. The interior was updated for 2014 with a new dashboard as well as a new 3-pod gauge cluster. 19-inch wheels also became standard for the US, and new wheel designs were introduced. For 2015, reportedly the transmission programming was improved for faster and smoother shifts. For 2016, the infotainment system was updated with a better interface. And 2016 was the final year of production for the 212 E63. Now, beyond the year of the car, there are some important options to look out for. Obviously, you have the choice of getting a sedan or wagon, and there are trade-offs. Wagons are much rarer, and they are more practical cars. Only 209 E63 wagons were sold in the US for 2012 to 2013, so the pre-facelift bi-turbos. 783 E63S wagons were sold in the US from 2014 to 2016. Now, wagons will be more expensive in the used market, but will hold their value better than the sedans. Wagons are also roughly 200 pounds heavier than the sedan. Beyond wagon or sedan, the most important option to look out for is the performance package or getting an S model. Another important option is the carbon ceramic brakes. Massive 15.8-inch discs were clamped down by even larger calipers. These brakes provide much more fade resistance than the already good standard steel brakes. They are also 40% lighter than the standard discs, which reduces unsprung mass and improves performance. If not already part of a package on some model years, look for the limited slip differential option. Another one to look out for is the carbon fiber interior trim. On facelift cars 2014 plus, you could get an optional carbon fiber exterior package or a night styling exterior package. On facelift cars, the carbon fiber engine cover was optional. The upgraded Bang & Olufsen sound system is also good to have in the later cars. The panoramic sunroof was optional for earlier E63 sedans. You could also get park assist and driver assistance packages, as well as a surround view camera system on the later models. Finally, rear heated seats and entertainment screens were optional. When it comes to paint and interior options, all are good, but some of the cream or lighter colored interiors are a little less desirable and might not wear as well as the black interiors. Designo paint and interior options add value to any E63. So, as we've established in this video so far, generally the newer the better with the E63. The main change with the W212 E63 is the switch from the M156 engine to the M157. Yes, the M157 is more powerful with the performance package and more efficient. However, it does not have the same responsiveness and amazing sound of the M156. Both engines have rare issues. For the M156, it is the head bolts breaking before the engine number 60658, as well as cam wear issues, among others. For the M157, it's generally timing chain tensioner issues affecting all model years and a noisy timing chain in early M157 cars, among a few other issues. I have already made several detailed videos on the reliability and design of these two engines, and I will leave those videos in the description. I go more in depth into each of the specific issues in these videos. Overall, the rest of the W212 is pretty reliable, but it is also not that old, only 5 to 10 years at the time of this video. The transmission is reliable if it's serviced every 40,000 miles. At higher mileages, the thrust arm bushings in the front suspension will wear out and need replacement. Motor mounts are also going to wear fairly quickly. For some of the cars with red brake calipers, the clear coat is known to flake and peel. There are also some rare cases of the rear air suspension leaking. Overall though, the W212 E63 is a very versatile platform available in many different configurations to suit many different buyers. Prices show a very wide range in the market, with early 2010 E63s with high mileage sitting around $20,000. Mid-range pricing is around $35,000 for a 2013 performance pack sedan with 50,000 miles. At the high end of the market, 2016 E63 wagons with a good range of options still trade up to and over $80,000 with low mileage. My personal favorites of the E63 212 would be the following three specs. This 2011 E63 with the performance package. A later M156 in this car means no head bolt issues, and it has the added driving enjoyment of the performance package. Sold for $42,250 with 9,000 miles. Next, this 2012 E63 wagon with the performance package. White on black with an engine hand assembled by one of the most renowned AMG engine builders, Michael Kubler. These pre-facelift 212 wagons are super exclusive and fairly well priced. And finally, this 2015 E63S wagon with its Designo red interior, really one of the ultimate S212s ever produced, sold for $71,000 with 13,000 miles. Either way you get the E63, with an M156 or M157, sedan or wagon, it is a great performing platform which blends better driving dynamics than its predecessors with the comfort and performance that's expected of E-Class AMGs. Thanks for watching, and if you want to support the channel, buy a sticker from my store. Link is in the description. Otherwise, subscribe for more videos like this.